Most people think wealth arrives with loud fanfare. The flashy car, the shiny designer watch, the luxurious vacations that flood your social media feed. But what if I told you that real wealth doesn't make noise, that it creeps into your life quietly, softly, almost invisibly, until one day you wake up and realize you've become rich without even knowing it? True wealth doesn't crash through your door overnight. It doesn't come from winning the lottery or closing $1 million deal in a single day. It begins as a whisper. Small, powerful changes in your habits, your mindset, and the quiet strength of your financial security. Some people never even notice it happening. They simply open their eyes one day to see that their lives have transformed, not with luxury, but with peace. And if you're noticing these subtle signs in your own life, you might be walking that same hidden path to real wealth. Let's uncover the 12 secret signs that you're quietly becoming rich, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Your money has started working for you. In the beginning, money only comes through effort. You grind, you hustle, you trade hours for paychecks. But real wealth begins when your money starts doing the work instead. If you're earning even a little passive income from investments, dividends, rental properties, or other assets, you've already stepped into a higher financial level. Maybe your bank balance is slowly growing even when you're not clocking extra hours. Maybe your investments are generating small streams of income while you sleep. That's not luck. That's your money working for you. And when that happens, when your money earns more money, you're no longer just surviving. You're quietly, steadily building wealth. You no longer live paycheck to paycheck. Wealth isn't about how much money flows in. It's about the freedom that money brings. If you no longer feel trapped in the endless cycle of waiting for the next payday, you're already miles ahead of most people. Having enough savings to cover your expenses for months, or even years, gives you breathing room. That cushion gives you control. You stop making desperate choices. You stop saying yes to jobs you hate just to survive. Instead, you start making decisions that build your future. When you control your money, and not the other way around, that's wealth in its purest form. You choose long-term investments over quick cash. People chasing fast money rarely stay rich. They're always sprinting after the next big thing. But those who truly build wealth understand the quiet power of patience. Instead of hunting for instant profits, they plant seeds in stocks, real estate, businesses, and retirement accounts, and wait for them to grow. If you've started to think beyond the quick win and now focus on slow, steady growth, you're already thinking like the wealthy. It takes strength to delay gratification, to say, "I'll wait for a better future instead of spending for the moment." That's not just smart. That's one of the strongest signs of growing wealth. You've stopped upgrading your lifestyle. With every raise, here's a secret trap that swallows most people's success: lifestyle inflation. They get a raise and instantly buy a new car. They earn a bonus and suddenly need a bigger house. They look richer, but they're not. If your income has grown but your spending has stayed the same, or even become more disciplined, you've broken free from the cycle. Instead of wasting every extra dollar, you're letting it work quietly behind the scenes, building, growing, multiplying. The truly wealthy don't brag about new toys. They let their wealth grow in silence while the world watches in confusion. 5. You no longer feel the need to prove your wealth. Something powerful happens when you no longer care what people think. When you stop trying to impress others with your car, your clothes, or your vacations, you've already reached a new level of wealth. Those who feel the need to show off are usually the ones struggling the most inside. But the truly secure ones, they don't need applause. They seek freedom, not validation. When you reach that mindset, when you realize wealth is about peace, not praise, you've stepped into true financial maturity. 6. You can handle emergencies. Without panic, life loves to throw surprises, and not always the good kind. A car breaks down, a medical bill arrives, the roof starts leaking. For many, these moments bring panic. But if you can face them calmly, if an unexpected expense no longer shatters your peace, that's a clear sign of financial strength. Having an emergency fund that protects you from chaos means you're not living on the edge anymore. You're stable, secure, and in control. And that control, that calm in the storm, is one of the purest forms of wealth there is. You have multiple streams of income. The wealthy never rely on a single paycheck. They build layers of income, each one supporting the next. Maybe you've started earning through a side hustle, investments, or rental property. Maybe you've discovered new ways to make money that don't depend on your daily grind. Every extra stream is like another pillar holding up your financial fortress. If one source falls, the others keep you standing. That's how financial independence is built, quietly, one stream at a time. You focus more on assets than liabilities. There's a simple rule that separates the rich from the broke. Rich people buy assets. Broke people buy liabilities. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take it out. If you've started investing your money in property, stocks, or businesses, instead of luxury items that lose value, you've already learned the golden rule of wealth. While others chase appearance, you're building substance. While they flash their wealth, yours grows silently, solid, steady, unstoppable. You understand the power of compound. Growth-wealthy people know something that most ignore, the incredible magic of compound growth. When your money earns interest, and that interest earns more interest, your wealth doesn't just grow, it multiplies. If you've started investing regularly, no matter how small, and you're letting time do the heavy lifting, you've tapped into one of the most powerful forces in finance. You may not see massive results right away, but years from now, you'll look back and realize that your patience built an empire. That's the silent miracle of compound growth. It rewards the patient and punishes the impulsive. 10. You've developed a strong financial mindset. Wealth isn't only in your wallet, it's in your mind. If you've stopped seeing money as something to spend and started viewing it as a tool for building security, you've already separated yourself from the crowd. You don't wait for luck. You don't hope for miracles. You learn, plan, and act. You study finance, understand investments, and make thoughtful decisions. This mindset, steady, confident, informed, is what transforms ordinary people into millionaires over time. If you've started thinking this way, wealth has already begun working its way into your life. 11. You want financial freedom, not just retirement. Most people spend decades working hard, saving a little, and waiting for retirement to finally live. But the wealthy, they don't wait. Their goal isn't to work until they're old. It's to reach freedom early. They want to work because they choose to, not because they have to. If you've started dreaming about creating passive income, investing in assets, and building a life where your time belongs to you, you're already thinking like the rich. You've stopped following the standard path and started designing your own. That's not rebellion, that's freedom. 12. You protect your time, like you protect your money. Wealthy people know the most valuable currency isn't money, it's time. Once a moment is gone, it's gone forever. That's why they guard it fiercely. If you've started saying no to distractions, cutting out unnecessary work and focusing on what truly matters, you're thinking like the rich. You've learned that freedom isn't about having more money, it's about having control. Control over your days, your choices, your life. That's what wealth truly means. Most people expect wealth to appear with fireworks and fancy things, but in truth, it grows quietly, built on small, consistent actions that compound over time. If these signs are showing up in your life, congratulations. You might already be wealthier than you think, because real wealth isn't about showing off. It's about peace. It's about waking up without fear, making choices without pressure, and living a life you control. You might not feel rich yet, but that's okay. Wealth is not a single event. It's a slow, Powerful transformation. Keep going. Keep growing. Because one day soon, you'll look around and realize you didn't just get rich. You built wealth quietly, and the results now speak louder than words.